Omar Esop here, back with another video, a Q&A video where I answer your training and nutrition questions taken off the Facebook fan page. I got 30 seconds maximum to answer every single question. Let's yap it. Let's get right to those questions. Yo, Omar, can I get an alternative to bicep curls? Whenever I do it with a straight barbell, I get a lot of wrist pain. First of all, you should watch my video. Link is in the description. A lot of times people are bending their wrists even when they think they're not. The quick solution, if you are experiencing problem, will be to switch and do different variations. The easy curl bar for most people, where it's bent at zigzag, will be easier, alleviates pain, puts less pressure and tension on the forearms. Another way would be with dumbbells, right? Either doing a hammer curl and then you supinate it into a regular bicep curl. That's probably the least stressful on the actual forearm. Should you experience even pain while doing dumbbell curls, then either it's a problem with form or you have a serious issue going on there that you need to get checked out. If you cut your hair, do you think you lose your strength? Now, why would I do something like that? You want evidence that hair gives you strength? Dan Green, the current strongest man in the world at 220 pounds at 242 pounds. You want further evidence? Tom Martin, the 500-pound deadlift challenge, the current champion of Great Britain of the 93-kilogram category, also is a fellow long-haired brother, a barbarian brother. So, my question to you is, why the fuck haven't you grown out your hair? But seriously, dog, I'm gonna be serious. How long did it take for you to feel like you're finally getting into it at the gym? I think what he means is, feeling the muscles contract and you're actually getting results and you're motivated, when you're on that positive forward momentum. And I can honestly say, for the first at least 6 months of training, if I would do a bench press, it's like, you're supposed to feel it in your chest. I wasn't feeling it in my chest. In terms of results, I was always questioning. As a beginner, a lot of times, we're like, I'm not sure if I'm doing what's right. So it took for me at least 6 months when I looked back at my workout log and I noticed, shit, I increased my deadlift by like 150 pounds in the last 6 months. That's when it really started reinforcing to me that I was seeing progress. And then slowly, once again, when I compared photos over a period of about 6 months, I started believing that, yeah, you know what? I'm making results, and it further motivated me. So it takes a while for everyone. Everyone's unique, but you got to make sure that you're tracking that progress so you can objectively say, you know what? Man, I'm doing good. How can I fix my posture? Step number 1, don't read this while sitting down. Step number 2, you got to make sure, a couple key points. When you are standing, you want to make sure that you're not rounded forward with your shoulder blade. That is the most common problem, right? What happens with people who sit at a desk, you have that internal shoulder rotation going on. So what I would say is make sure to pinch back, just your shoulder blades nice and relaxed. Make sure that your palms, your hands are facing one another so it's in a neutral position and your chest is up. Another thing I can say for people when we talk about having good posture, some people will have that anterior pelvic tilt where their butt basically sticks out. So I like to apply light tension by flexing my abs intermittently throughout the day when I'm walking around, just to make sure that I'm in that proper posture. You can't squeeze your abs or your glutes effectively if you're in that extended position. So 2 things, make sure your chest is up, your body's open, you're not closed and rounded, and your ass ain't jutting out. Why would it be jutting out? Deadlifting and squatting on the same day, foolish or courageous? I like this question. It depends on the context. And I know guys hate when I give that answer, but it's the truth. If you're training 4 times a week, doing squats and deadlift on the same day, acceptable. 5 days a week, it might be pushing. It all has to do with recovery, and it has to do with the percentage. How hard are you training both of those movements? I will say, I'm going to start training squats and deadlifts on the same day twice per week. But the intensity of each exercise will vary. So I have a more squat dominant day where I'll squat, let's say 80 to 90% of my 1 rep max, and then as a secondary exercise, I'll do deadlifts either from a deficit or maybe pulling with bands or chains, and I'll do a lighter load. So it depends upon the context of your training. If you are smart, yeah, you could train them totally in the same day. And for beginners, saying that you haven't tapped into your potential, your nervous system potential, absolutely training them on the same day is fine. Context. If you're feeling run down, then no, you should not do them. They're both intense movements. Be smart. So, is it true that you absolutely need to be in a caloric surplus in order to increase your strength? I don't know where you heard this from, but no, it is not necessary. Remember, there are different components of strength. There's structural strength, which means that, you're building muscle, you're increasing the cross-sectional size of that muscle tissue, and as such, you have more to work with. That's one aspect. But The other end of the spectrum, your nervous system, right? Grooving in that pattern, becoming more efficient with that movement. If you perform 10,000 squats over time, you're grooving in that pattern. Movements are skills, and you'll be more efficient at recruiting the muscles necessary, the muscle fibers necessary to complete that movement. So for a lot of people, you take a look at Olympic lifters, they'll stay in the same exact weight class and they'll make steady progress. So no, it's not necessary to be in a caloric surplus. It is not necessary to actually gain weight. Well, that's all the time that we had. That is the end of the Q&A, bringing the knowledge to you guys. Thank you for watching. If you have more questions, please feel free to join my Facebook fan page. That's where I will be answering those questions. The rest of you guys that are watching this video right here, make sure to show your support, like the video, and I'll be seeing all of you guys in that next video.